Welcome to Topnotch Tuesdays with
Brenda Stewart,
Jaime Huddleston. And we have a very, very special guest, Drew McMurtre.
Let's talk about the TDHCA.
Yeah.
Because that's a really great program that we
Please
have
do.
right now, right?
Yes.
And so the Texas wants people to own homes, right? Home ownership not only improves communities, not only improves school districts because of the school taxes that go into it. It improves the lives of families. We all know that, right? Owning a home it changes the lives of people compared to renting. They have an asset one day. People that own home typically have a higher net worth than people that don't own homes.
Yeah, it's
right?
true.
It's an opportunity that one day you'll have it paid off and you don't pay rent forever.
I know.
Right? And we want more people to own homes.
Absolutely.
Not because obviously it benefits us financially, but in reality, even if it didn't, I would still preach the benefits of home ownership.
Oh my gosh,
because it changes
yes,
things.
It does.
And the state knows that. And so they lay out a lot of different down payment assistance programs that a lot of people don't talk about in our industry because they're difficult and they don't pay very well. I'll just be honest. And the one
doesn't pay the lender well is what you mean.
doesn't pay us hardly anything. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Because of the number one thing to me is my goal in life, after doing this 20 years, I've been blessed, and my goal in life is to help as many families buy and own homes as I can. And that's not just saying that, that's a true goal.
Because you're top notch, Drew. You're top notch.
I definitely am.
I know you are.
So Texas Department of Housing.
Yeah, you are.
Quickly, we got to go to something else, is they are offering, if you're buying in a special qualified census tract, this was as of last week, and there's a lot of these qualified census tracts. There's one in Greenville, Texas, right? There's one in Commerce, Texas. They're in Houston, they're in Dallas. They're, all your big areas are outside the Metroplex. They're offering an interest rate of 5.875%, way below the market. All you have to have is a 620 credit score.
That's what I was showing you.
620?
And they give you an FHA loan, and they give you the down payment.
It's awesome.
So they give you up to 4%, and you don't have to be a first-time home buyer.
Call us today.
So how do we
Email us today.
Do we just send people
Text
to you
us
and
today.
you look for the census tract, or can we
So
do that?
I can give you all the website to do it.
Yeah.
They make it very difficult too, right? So there's a website that you have to put an address in, and then you have to go cross-reference that address with the census tract for that county to see if it's in the census tract.
Yes, that's how it used to be on that Fannie Mae loan program in 2004.
So
I know what you're
difficult.
talking about.
So would you rather do, like if I called you and said, okay, Drew, I have, 123 Willow Street in blah, blah, do I send that to you?
can send
or
it
do
to me,
you,
yeah.
or
I'll
do
do
you
it.
say, okay, I was going to say, we can just send it to you and
Or
say,
do
hey,
you
can
want
you
us
check
just
this
to check
address?
it?
I have 23 listings. I'd appreciate you
We
checking all
can
of
do
them.
both. What I've done recently for a lot of my agents.
Yeah, because I'm fixing it.
He's the one that called me out of the blue. He called me and said, hey. And I'm like, are you kidding
I know.
me?
She
This is
told.
miraculous.
That's why I texted you, because last week when we did our first podcast, she's telling me, did Drew call you? I said, no, Drew did not.
Well, you didn't have a listing in the census tract.
I
just
know.
happened to have a
No,
listing.
it was funny.
Jeremy called me. Jeremy Dickon. He
called
was
him.
like, he was like, hey, can I show? And he told me, he said, Drew said this was in the census tract, Arapahoe. And I said, yeah. He goes, he called me. He said, I had a couple in there too. And I was like,
I need to check
who
a listing
does
that
that?
I have
People
just
looking for
temporarily on
business.
hold.
yeah.
I need to talk to her about that. But anyway, she told me that last week, and I was like, well, hold on. I said, we're having Drew on next week.
Yeah.
Listen, why not take advantage of this,
We
right?
wanted to have you anyway, regardless.
Yeah,
but
but
then
the
she
thing
said that, I
about-
thought, we need to get this out now.
And the thing that I've noticed, and keep in mind, I'm doing this statewide, right? And I've looked, so we've got a client in Midland, Texas right now, and I showed the realtor the Midland area census tract, and they're like, this is a bad area, Drew. I'm like, okay, I get it. I said, but are builders not going there and doing rehab and gentrification? They're like, actually there are. There's a whole section where someone has went in and knocked down older beat up homes and put brand new homes, and the prices are in the first time home buyer range. And I'm like, then why aren't we showing our clients these? And they can get this special rate, no down payment,
Yes.
all these things. And she's like, you're right. And so what I'm saying is that, yes, they are trying to push these areas that might not be the best, but like that house that you have listed in Commerce, it's in a great area, right?
It's
it
on
just happens
Arapahoe.
to be
I mean,
on the
which
census
is,
area.
No, I know where.
they're beautiful
I'm over
homes.
there all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. It was
So
Arapahoe.
it's a good opportunity.
I
So
want to go knocking on the doors and say, anybody
what
here
I'm
want
saying.
to
Maybe we
sell?
should.
Yeah, anybody here want to sell
Hey,
your house?
let's do it. We can go on knocking on doors. I don't care.
So I've
Can we
been,
get
what I've
coffee
done
on
is,
the way?
I sent Brenda, where's your favorite coffee joint, by the way, in Sulphur Springs?
I make my own coffee.
Do you use a French press? I see you using a French press.
No, I just use a regular coffee pot like that.
I use Folgers.
I use Maxwell
drink.
House. I love
You
it.
do?
But okay, y'all, my favorite coffee place in Sulphur Springs, Missy, what's it called?
Deep Roots.
Deep Roots. Oh my gosh, I did the lavender honey coffee,
I don't do any of
and
that.
I told Missy, I said, don't ever bring me one again because I love it so much.
The first time we ever went
It's so
live,
Lavender honey, that sounds good.
Coffee.
the first time we ever went live on anything,
Missy brought
we
me
went
one.
through Vetch in Cooper,
Thank you, Missy.
and we hadn't been in business together very long, and all of a sudden we've got to make a live. And I said, I swear to you, if you put that camera in my face, Jackie.
You're doing a good
Remember
job.
we went through Vetch, and you wanted to do
Oh,
the live thing?
Vetch, and oh my gosh, Vetch is amazing.
And she would not.
in Delta County. Oh,
I told her, I said, do not, I'm not going, let's go live. I said, no, let's go.
Brenda, I was gonna go live about my coffee, and Brenda was
You
like,
did, and
"No,
I
I
just
didn't. I
leaned
took
over.
a selfie."
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Whatever
because you
did.
wouldn't let me, and I was like, Brenda, I really wanted to give Vetch a shout out.
Oh, you did.
Brenda
Y'all are
hates
so
me,
awesome,
y'all.
by the way.
Brenda hates me. If you're wondering who Missy is, Missy is our executive assistant, but she's also been my bestie for 22 years. So she's back there. I keep going, Missy, is Tanner okay? Missy, what's that place called?
Hiya.
So anyway,
And I've worked with her in 4 different offices, same brokerage, but now 5.
Yeah, it's
different
so crazy.
brokerage, 5 offices.
it's so crazy. Yeah. So anyway, but that's Missy. She doesn't want to be on camera, and that's
She's
okay.
the director of awesomeness, I see.
She
Yes,
is the
she is.
director of Austin.
She is.
That's right.
That's a right. That's a correct
She
title.
tries her best.
She
to keep
wears
us
that
in,
badge of honor.
Yeah, she tries her best to keep us in line, but I
There's
don't
no
know.
keeping you
What did I
in
hear
line,
the other
Brenda
day?
Stewart.
Someone said that someone was a human Swiss Army knife.
That's
You know what I mean?
That's her. That's her. She always has the tool, the answer, the shirt. Missy, I need a shirt. I'm going blah blah. Okay, I got it. Don't worry, I'll bring it to the office tomorrow.
Yeah.
Always. Missy, I got it. It's in my closet. Don't worry. I'm like, okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
She helps
So
us.
anyways, yes, she's amazing. She keeps us compliant and everything is good, and I'm
think-
so thankful.
I think we've talked about everything. You
I
just
think
don't
we did.
know.
Was there something
I'm
else
so
you
glad
wanted to
you
talk
came.
about?
The last
that-
thing I want to say about the TDHCA program, we know we talked about the special census tract. They also have a program that you don't have to be in a special census tract. Okay?
And you don't have to be a first-time home buyer.
No, that one you do have to be a first time.
Okay, that one.
If you buy in one of the special census tracts, they do not have to be a first time home. They want anybody to buy those houses.
Oh.
Right? So you can have owned a home before. And the most important thing that everybody's got to realize about any of this first time home buyer stuff, a first time home buyer is someone that hasn't owned a home in only 3 years.
That's right.
So
Oh my gosh, you're right.
So even on the other
30
program where you
years.
can buy anywhere you want in Texas with the Texas Department of Housing, they have a special rate on that at 6.8. Now this was last week before rates changed. They don't change their rates daily at the mortgage. It's like monthly because they get funds from the state for it, right?
Oh.
So they will have a rate reduction, I'm sure.
No,
on their
I
next
did not know
fund.
that.
Do they run out of money? Like,
Okay, that's the great question. Okay, so the regular TDHCA program that it requires to be a first-time home buyer.
This is Texas only, correct?
Yes, Texas
I
Department
just wanted
of
to
Housing.
say that. Okay. We're in Texas, by the way. 410 Main Street, Sulphur Springs is this office. Okay?
It does run out of money, and it ran out of money in October.
I should
and
say
it
they
still hasn't
always
been
do in
funded.
October.
But apparently they're going to refund in November. The cool part, and the reason why I'm pushing the special census tract program, it's funded by different means. It has not ran out of money yet.
good.
And you
Okay.
get the lower rate, you get the down payment. They increase because all these programs require you to meet a low to moderate income borrower's number, income. They even increase that amount. You can make for Hunt County. And forgive me for not looking up Hopkins. I would think it's the same.
I do forgive you.
For Hunt County, a family can make $144,000
What?
a year.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I
a
read.
lot of money.
Do you do
That's a
T-Shack
lot
too?
of money.
We do T-Shack. So let me,
$144,000 a year. Hold up.
yeah. So anybody
Pump
can
the
qualify
brakes.
this. Really, it can.
A USDA loan, real quickly, y'all, is 100% financing,
Yes.
but the government can run out of money. You can come to closing with $0 because your trusted realtor will make sure that you get your closing costs paid as well. Okay,
Right.
but sometimes money runs out. But
And not everybody is in, like
I didn't-
Paris,
I'm sorry.
you can't do USDA inside Lamar County. You can do it outside.
Right.
But you cannot do USDA.
It's got to meet certain guidelines. We don't mean to go there, but what I'm saying is the income stipulation for USDA is
low.
what?
It's like $108,000.
And so you're telling me this other program is 144.
Yes.
That's a lot.
So, and USDA's interest rate currently is 6.625. So there's not a rate of 5.875 out there. And that
Wow.
program is giving that to you, and it's giving you the down payment, and you have to meet an income threshold, but it's very high.
Right.
We're here
Yeah.
to sell you a house. He's here to give
So,
you the mortgage. Let's do it,
And
folks.
that program hadn't ran out of money yet.
And you do T-Shack.
T-Shack, we
Can
do
you
do.
explain that? Because I have a lot
Yes.
of people.
Brenda loves T-Shack.
It is good. T-Shack is Texas State Housing Corporation. It's always so hard to remember, but okay, T-Shack, the thing everybody has to understand is that one is a state-backed program, but the way the money works is it doesn't run out of funds, right? It's because your down payment's financed into your interest rate. So as of last week, and forgive me for not having this
That's
week's
okay.
rates,
Don't worry.
the interest rate for T-Shack to be able to get a 4% down payment assistance was 8.75. So basically,
So you
because of
wouldn't
your
wanna do that.
higher interest rates, that's where your down payment's coming from.
Right,
Does that make sense?
but it's
Yes.
still making it the American dream. Somebody can get a home.
100%.
I mean, come on,
And
let's
we can
talk.
refinance it.
Yeah, we
when the
can
market
refinance
changes.
it when the
Right.
interest rates
So,
are down. You
what
can
should-
be in a home,
But-
stop renting.
But T-Shack is like first responders, teachers, nurses.
Firefighters.
Yes
Firefighters.
and no. Yes, it is. That's a special program inside T-Shack. And
Okay,
what that
that's-
allows you to do is get not have to pay a fee for their federal housing credit.
Okay.
Tax credit.
I knew there was something to it because I've done a few of those in Delta
It's
So
called
County.
mortgage.
anybody can do a T-Shack if they're a first-time homebuyer?
Yes. Well, you don't even have to be a first-time homebuyer to do T-Shack.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
T-Shack's available for any Texan because you're financing it, but you have to meet the income qualification, so
Right.
it's below a certain amount, which is, and if you are a first-time home buyer, you can get some, you get what's called the mortgage credit certificate, a discount on that. If you're a first responder, you can get the mortgage credit certificate at no cost. The mortgage credit certificate, which is a federal tax credit, is the biggest thing going right now, and a lot of people don't know about it.
I didn't know.
So
I've done some. I've had people
You
come
didn't
to
tell me
with
about the federal
T-Shack.
tax credit.
Well, I don't know. It
You tell
like
me
Drew
everything.
does. I'm sorry. It was a secret.
Brenda is always like at night researching, and then she'll call me James. Did you hear about this? I'm
I
like,
call
no,
her
Brenda.
James.
I was reading my Bible. Well, I was researching. I'm sorry, I already done that this morning. I was researching, real estate.
I
and
stay
you need to
on real
know.
estate
She called me at 6 a.m. You need to know this, James. I love her so much because
I
she
do do
does
that.
tell me stuff that I'm behind on because I don't.
do that.
I'm not very good about social media.
My Bible study and my devotional is in the morning, and at night when I go to bed to get sleepy, I get on there and I research real estate
know.
and loan stuff. That's what I do. Most of the time I just
I
text
do my
Drew.
Bible twice a day. But I'm going to start getting in the research stuff. But I love that you tell me. And I feel like I'm already going to be knowledgeable the next morning because of you. I love you so much.
Good luck with that,
Brenda, I
James.
love you so much. Anyways, Drew,
you're awesome.
One of these days.
you know what I
Drew,
wanted
one of
us to
these
do?
days.
You know what I wanted us to do? And she told me no.
Okay.
I don't like all this.
I wanted her to have the big B and I wanted the big J. And we were going to go
Shamil.
Shemazel. Topnotch Incorporated. And we were going to run down the street. We're going to do it. And
wish
she
you
was
would
like,
have.
would this not be so
No,
cute? We were going to
Drew.
run down this street right here. And she's like, absolutely not.
Drew, be
I'm like,
on my side
anything.
just one time.
No,
It would have been
crazy.
funny. It would have been funny. As long as I
Exactly.
wasn't a part of it, it would have been
See,
perfect.
he doesn't even want to do
It was
it.
going to be cute, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It was going to be precious. And Brenda's like, James, absolutely not. And I'm like, you would do anything cute. And I just hung up
No,
on
but
her.
you could have do it on your own. Though.
Exactly.
Then I sent her the song on Apple Music. And I said, we're going to do it.
Oh, Drew. You just have no idea.
It's constant.
It's constant.
I
It
just
is-
want to be
it-
fun and cute and do
I know.
stuff. And Brenda's like, we're not doing that. I'm like, okay, fine.
I'm 20 years older than her.
Fine, Brenda.
You know, I'm just kind of laid back. Got my
Take
ways.
it easy.
No, I do need her, though, to calm me down a lot.
And I need
I'm
her to
thankful.
keep me.
Y'all are a
Crazy.
perfect pair.
Well, I'll call her with these ideas, and she's like,
James.
we need
Let's
to talk
think
about
about
this
it.
first, okay? Let's think about it. And then one day I texted one of our agents, and she was like, Jamie, I just said we need to think about it.
You
and I
can't-
go, I'm sorry, I was so excited.
Couldn't
She
hold it back.
does. She does. And I'm like, Jaime,
I'm calming down though. I'm not doing that anymore, remember?
you just did it with Drew.
What?
When I told you, I said, Jaime, you know what? I said, we were talking about, I was telling her about that thing. I said, we could have, I'm texting Drew right now.
Oh,
And I was like,
was
we don't have
so
anything
excited.
set up. We haven't talked to him. He may be busy on Topnotch Tuesday.
I know, but Drew's
I was gonna
used to me
boat today,
texting.
so I was coming. I was staying in town, not driving a plane over there. So
Drew doesn't mind when I text him.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, Drew.
I'm going to be texting him a lot. I know y'all don't know yet, but I'm really.
And our
thinking of it.
listeners that need a home loan are going to be texting and calling this man
Love-
because he
love it.
knows what he's doing, and I'm not kidding
I was
around.
going to tell him I was thinking about going to work for him. But thanks, James.
Oh, yes, please. Here we go.
talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
That's all I want to say.
So if you say this out loud, then you have to do it.
You have to do it.
I know,
We're
that's
on a
why I did
podcast. Brenda has finished all her mortgage loan officer classes. I want to let y'all know, the listeners.
Yes.
She is amazing.
I'm worried about
what
the test.
What did I just say? She researches real estate every single night. That's what this lady does. Like, I'm not kidding.
Because I love it.
She's going to be a mortgage loan officer, and she is going to work for Drew.
Be
Drew's a
awesome.
broker.
I want this to come to pass.
It
I
is.
really do.
It's coming into
You spoke
fruition
it.
because
You
you said
spoke
it.
it out loud.
You
That's
spoke
not
it. I'm going to
Brenda
help you study.
At Topnotch and Brenda at Stonelake.
Yep. That's so cute.
I
Brenda at
know.
Stonelake.
I know.
Can we get her picture like against a lake?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
See?
And then like a stone, like a cute
The
stone
duck flying
with
over.
a T and R engraved in the stone,
With the
and
duck
she's gonna
flying
be in the lake. Perfect. I've already
Coming
got
out
that.
of the lake. Think about it.
Oh, that would be so
and her hair is
cool.
coming
Yeah,
back.
and I've got a perfect fan I can use, and it'll blow her hair back, and she's coming out of the lake. Here I am, ready to give you a mortgage, people.
Yes.
It's not going to be
yes.
long. I'm going to be
We're gonna
baptized
do
by John the
it.
Baptist.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Yes.
What have you got in there?
I
Just
know.
coffee. Dang it. I kind of wish I had some Baileys or something in it, but I don't. It's okay.
It smells like tequila, so.
It
Man,
comes out.
if I was drinking tequila, this really won't be able to get any work done.
Yes.
We could have had it at night and had margaritas, but we didn't.
Oh,
Okay,
we
moving
need to
on.
do
Oh
that
my gosh,
next time.
I've got the best margarita recipe. My aunt came up with. It's so
Where?
good.
What?
Y'all need to. I'll have to send it to you. Yes, it's so good.
No, we need you to make them for our next meeting.
Deal.
Okay,
Yeah,
for
but
all
you-
of our
but-
agents.
But I'm gonna tell you that
I have a margarita machine in the back.
they're dangerous. You don't even need that. You just need
Oh.
a spoon.
Oh,
Stir
okay.
it.
Well, our next meeting, you're bringing margaritas.
That's how I eat Jello shots.
And we'll have Mexican food, chips and salsa and everything. Perfect. Let's do it in the evening though, so everybody can like hang out and have fun.
Jamie.
I want our agents to have fun.
Oh, we do have fun.
We have a blast, but I want them to have fun like that evening.
Okay.
Okay,
Deal.
deal. Okay. Anyway,
Margarita
I'm sorry.
Tuesdays.
Ooh,
Or it should be Wednesdays.
Should be
Margarita Mondays. Margarita
I missed-
Monday.
I had the
We
perfect-
can-
I could
we
have said
can-
that. I missed it.
Okay, we could come in here and say, we're doing Margarita Monday on Topnotch Tuesday.
Oh, it'd be so fun with all of our agents.
I know.
All of our agents would be here.
Why not?
Yeah.
It could be
Margarita
It could be
Monday
an
on-
exclusive podcast, and if you're part of our exclusive podcast, you get to hear our Margarita Mondays.
Margarita
you
Monday.
imagine?
on
Ah, I
Topnotch
brought it
Tuesdays.
down right now. Hold
I
on.
have a feeling that we'll get off topic. a
Missy,
lot.
how are you even working over there with all this going on over here?
She's reading too. That's even harder.
Missy, I love you so much.
I love y'all too.
You know I love you.
I love you more than my luggage.
I love you more than my cute luggage.
I love you more than my luggage.
Weezer, hit her.
Don't you just want to hit up?
Don't you want to hit her? Hit Weezer. Okay, that's probably how Brenda thinks about me right now, but Drew, did we go over everything?
I think so.
Okay, we are going to have Drew's contact information, his cell phone number. He has an iPhone, you can text it.
Yeah,
He has an email address.
I
He has
do.
a Facebook page.
I do have all those.
He has a
things.
LinkedIn.
Don't have that.
You don't have LinkedIn?
I don't either.
Did you ever get on TikTok? Because I told
I
you
don't think I
to.
do.
I downloaded the app.
You have not made a TikTok video.
So I'm getting. That's
Drew,
one step
I
further.
featured you on one of my TikToks.
You didn't like tag me.
You and Brenda were rolling your eyes at me in the TikTok video.
No, it was good.
At the house. You and Brenda were like, oh gosh, here she comes with the TikTok.
No, it was excellent.
I don't know how to do it.
And I told everybody on that TikTok, I said, Drew's going to get a TikTok.
Yeah, I did.
You need to get on there and start making little videos about this kind of stuff.
I know,
sir.
somebody-
I'm gonna help you.
Somebody just
I
got
want
me
you
a
to
Canva
let
account
people
to
know.
make like Facebook thingies.
She's gonna do that for me and you on that. She's gonna take that form you gave me on that,
Oh yeah,
the census thing. She's gonna take that and she's gonna put you on one side and me on one side.
Right, I'm making
on
y'all
a
a
Canva
thing.
thing, and then I'm going to put it on all of my
Her listings.
houses that are in that thing. That's why I'm gonna send them to you.
I do. Do you have a picture? Have you sent me a picture of
Is there
you?
any in Delta County?
No, there's not. There's just I'll
That's
check.
okay. There's more than Delta.
It's just Hunt County that has it. Yeah, as you go, Texas County does, but that's a little bit further.
And not Hopkins?
Hopkins have no special census tracts. I wish they did.
Well, we'll find who has them and we'll go there.
Well, I'm
we
telling
can
you,
sell all over Texas,
Commerce
people.
has got a really great area. I mean, it's a pretty good
They
area
do.
size-wise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Commerce is
Greenville's
amazing.
got a big
Texas
one, too.
A&M Commerce is an amazing college. Let's talk about it. They just got a Whataburger over there.
Another
Y'all know I
Starbucks,
love me some Whataburger.
and I don't
Another
like
Starbucks.
It's the
but
best fast food restaurant there is.
Whataburger
Whataburger.
That's what my kids
is
It is.
amazing.
Yeah.
It makes my heart so
Well,
happy
hey,
and full of joy.
okay, it's controversial, but have you tried In-N-Out? Because I hate it.
I hate In-N-Out. Listen, my sister,
Don't
my
understand.
oldest sister lived in Palm Springs and her husband's from California, okay, for years. And so when she moves back to Texas, she's taking me and my other sister. No, we were in Vegas for my 21st birthday. And she's like, I'm taking y'all to In-N-Out because it's the best. And we get there and we order and I'm like, Donna, this is the most horrible hamburger I've ever had in my life.
like, have you-
and Shelly felt the same. And we were like,
Did
what
you
is
ask
this?
him, like, have you ever had Whataburger? That's what I was like.
Like,
if you say you like
Whataburger
it-
is home. Well, also College Street Burger and Fries.
Yeah.
That's like a homemade. Oh, I love College Street Burger and Fries. But anyway, moving on. I don't need to talk about food because it's nearing lunchtime and I'm kind of a little bit hungry.
Yeah.
But I can't stand In-N-Out. And then they came over. What town are they in? Rockwall?
I don't
Yes,
know.
Roy City, one of the two.
Roy City or Rockwall. And I'm like, and guess where my sister goes? And my oldest sister and my brother-in-law.
Where?
In-N-Out. They go over there all the
They
time.
pass a Whataburger to go In-N-Out. You
They
realize it's like
rather
against
In-N-Out
Texas law.
than Whataburger. I'm like, what is wrong with you people, you California people? They're like, In-N-Out's wonderful. No, it's not. It's horrible. But anyway,
Thanks for
okay.
having me on.
oh,
Thank you for being
Appreciate
here.
it, ladies.
Drew.
Y'all are awesome.
Oh, my heart. I'm so happy you came. We
Yes.
love you so much.
Thank you.
I want you to really know we really love you.
Thank you.
You are our first guest.
Oh, that's actually an honor. So,
And
Well-
my future boss.
Yes, and you're Brenda's future boss. Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Brenda's
I'm
gonna
really
do
nervous.
this.
she should. I really
But
think
you
she
really
should.
are special to our hearts, and
Thank
that's
you.
why
That's
you
true.
were our first guest.
Thank
And
you.
we know how knowledgeable you are. You have proven it time and time over the years. You've never let us down.
Thank you.
Even with mobile home financing, when everybody else lets us down, Drew, you always come through on those mobile homes.
It's a broker. It's the benefit. of a
I
broker.
mean,
Yep.
you amaze me, and I'm super appreciative.
Thank you.
And I just want to say, I mean, I know, I hope
He
other
doesn't
realtors-
pay us for this either, so.
Yeah, I hope other
pay him
realtors
later.
watch this, and if
Maybe
you
lunch.
do, reach out to him,
Maybe
because
a
I'm
margarita.
telling you, he can help your buyers
Yeah, we can.
and
definitely
your
do that.
sellers.
Yeah, your buyers and your sellers.
Yep. So reach out to Drew.
I mean, because sellers, y'all need to take note right now because it is a buyer's market. I don't care what anybody says. I'm speaking the truth and only but the truth. So help me God. These buy downs, you need to know that this is how you should be marketing
Yes.
your listing to
Yes.
get a buyer.
We have a house for sale in Texarkana.
And if your realtor don't know that, here we are.
Yep.
And then we've got a whole crew of other agents that we are more than welcome to send you.
we put
that are
that in our
top-notch.
listing that we're willing to pay for a buy down.
Yep.
Why?
I'm fixing to change all my listings.
Why not put it in it?
It's fixing to
Right?
go
It
down.
makes
I was going to talk
if
to
it
you about
makes it
that after
affordable,
the podcast.
You know,
Mhm.
anything to make
If-
houses affordable for people to buy.
I have one that's fixing to go on the market, and I think I'm going to do the same thing.
I am too. I'm fixing to call one that's temporarily on hold and say, no, we're fixing to do this. This
So,
is the
I
answer.
just give me the price. It's a calculation. I've got to figure out the number, and I'll tell you the dollar amount based on the price of the house. Then you put in there. You don't even have to put the dollar amount. You just sellers should know.
Yeah.
You just state that sellers willing to pay for a buy down to make your interest rate payment
Is
more
conventional
affordable.
sales concession 6%? 3. Okay, so y'all, FHA, VA, and USDA, those are 6% of the sales price for sales concessions. Okay, We can
What
explain this to
VA's
you if you
VA's
need more
4.
information.
VA's 4.
Oh, that's right.
VA's 4?
4.
Oh my gosh, I'm a
FHA's
VA
at
appraiser, and I
6.
thought it was 6. And I have a VA
You're
loan.
not
I'm a
supposed to
veteran.
put that on your
Appraisal anyway.
on a
I mean,
live
I'm sorry, but it
podcast.
was 6 though. It was. Listen, I'm human too. Okay, let's get real.
That's a really good
I'm
answer.
only human.
That's a good answer.
I am.
Yeah.
I
we
mean,
all
I
make
have to deal with
mistakes.
so many different
I
loans.
make mistakes every day.
I make mistakes
too.
every day, probably like every hour.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Like, come on. But VA, okay, is 4%.
Yeah.
When I got my VA loan, you financed my home
Yes.
12 years ago,
Yes.
and it was 6% back then.
Okay.
It changed, and I didn't
Things
realize.
are changing constantly.
But nobody ever goes over 4% anyway,
That's a good point.
because it's so much money. I
It
mean,
really
like you
is.
don't need that much money sometimes. But with the buy down rates and
But see,
stuff,
on a
it's going to so help every party, the listing person and the buyer.
Yeah. And they can do what they want with it. All you're saying is you're willing to give seller concessions.
Yeah,
Right.
if they want it for something else, they can
Yes.
use it for something else.
You know,
Exactly.
and so you're willing to give, and to me, I've learned this, and I should have known this. I've relearned this. Have y'all relearned things before?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Hello, 4%.
Live.
Is life every day.
Huh.
What I always have forgotten is that it's really not about price. It's about payment.
It is.
Right, it is
Budget.
that
People
payment.
have to build
Everybody's on a
house.
budget.
Like I don't. Oh, the house is 300,000. I don't care. What's the payment?
What's
That's
the
what people
payment?
ask me.
Hey, that's
right?
like when you go buy a car.
Yes.
I bought my first bedroom
What's the
suit,
payment?
and they made so much fun of me because the lady was telling me how much it was and blah blah blah, and I was like, I don't care. It can be $100,000. I
Right.
need my payments at $59 a month.
Exactly.
I was 19
I
years
bought
old
a
and I wanted to
pay
pay
it. I remember financing my first furniture. My sister Shelly took me to, what was it used to be, Terry's Furniture. She goes, okay, she's financing her first couch and her chair and her little coffee table and
Does
bed.
it matter how much it is?
And I was like, oh gosh. And I was a flight attendant back then. I go, what's the payment going to be? She's like, well, it's going to be like $39 a week. I said, I can do
that.
it. I can do $39 a
Yep.
week. I was so excited.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the difference, right? If we can take an FHA loan that's 6.5%, and we can offer, because of the 2-1 buy down, a 4.5% interest rate that first
Man.
year, that makes a difference, a
It
lot,
does.
a big difference. That might be $300 or $400 a month, and if that could be the difference of someone saying they can afford the house or not. So well, that's why y'all are saying, which you're smart. Why shouldn't a seller offer that opportunity? Because maybe the buyer's agent doesn't know about it, and y'all are putting that seed, right? You're planting the seed.
Yeah, like this.
And in my mind, this is how I think about it. Okay, let's just say that proposition passes for the school taxes.
The
Your
reduction
taxes
rate.
end up going down.
Yes.
So now when your interest rate, if you do that buy down, now if your interest rate does go up a little bit that next year, you still got it in your escrow because your taxes have gone down. So now you've added up, $50 to your payment, but your taxes have gone down $35.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how I look at things. There's always something that's going to go up and down, but
Yes.
that could really help people out in the next 3
Yeah,
years.
$100. That's
a lot.
what is that? 3 sacks of groceries right now?
Like two.
Well,
Two.
hold on.
If you don't include me.
If taxes are going up, if insurance is going up, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? What's a landlord going to do?
They're going to charge you for it. That's
They're
what I
going
try
to
tell
raise the
people.
rent, baby.
Yes.
How
The
much
rent-
has rent raised? Let's talk about
And
that.
people tell me that all the time. They're like, yeah, but if I don't, if I don't buy a house and, I don't have to worry about taxes and insurance. And I'm like, who do you think pays it?
Yeah.
This landlord's not going to come to you and go, hey, I want you to live in my apartment so bad that I'm just going to pay taxes and insurance for you
It's
to
in
live
your
here.
payment,
I have
Yeah,
rental
except you're not
properties.
benefiting.
We are increasing our rent on every home
Mm-hmm.
we have by $100 per month for the when the leases come up because my taxes and my insurance have gone up on every single rental property.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Right.
Oh,
just-
I listen to her. I know.
And only because I'm $100
protects.
is a number that people in reality probably can afford, but it should be more because my expenses are going up that fast. If I want to call a plumber out to unstop a toilet that it used to cost me $75, now it's $100.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh my.
So
Yeah.
renting is not an option where that's affordable anymore because that's going to go up every year.
That's
I know, it's terrible, really. I hate it. I really hate it.
If you can find a rental house.
Now, also,
Yeah.
I'm going to have Brenda and I are going to do a whole different podcast over credit and how to improve your credit and things like that. But what I wanted to ask you was, do you have credit rapid score?
Yes, we do.
Okay, good. So if you're a little bit iffy about the credit situation, don't worry. Drew's got an application online. You fill it out. Or you can text him, whatever. He'll run your credit. If he can do a credit rapid rescore, he's going to tell you what you need to do to improve your credit, so you know, so you can move forward 6 months, a year from now, whatever. Don't be fearful of that. It's okay.
Or in 1 month.
That's what I was
So-
going to say. It could be quicker than
It
that.
could be 3 weeks, right, with
Well,
the credit rapid
we
score.
we pull your credit, and what it gives me is your current credit score, but we pay an extra cost to have our credit bureaus tell us what your credit score can go to. So it says your credit score is a 564, but can go as high as a 605. That tells me that. So I'm going to let you know right there, hey, listen, if you're able to have a little money to pay down some credit cards or pay off a little bit of debt, more than likely we can raise your credit score to a 605. If you can pay it off now or pay those things down, I'll rapid rescore it. That takes 3 to 5 business days. And I can update your credit report that fast, and now you go from not qualifying for a home, for an FHA loan, to qualifying for an FHA loan.
But when you rapid rescore it doesn't go against your credit score.
Well, we do have to re-pull your credit again because it's an update.
Hard pull or
yes,
soft?
Hard pull. Because I'm going to pull your credit once, and then I recognize that there's some stuff you can pay down. Like, for instance, you had a credit card you owe $2,000 on, but if you could pay it down to $500,
Right.
then
And make the debt to income ratio,
well,
debt ratio.
it helps bring with that score. So when you pay it down, you then get a letter from your Chase Bank or whoever it is that you have the credit card with. You give it to me. I send it to the credit bureau. They update it, and then we pull the credit report again because we have to have the updated report. So it is 2 pulls.
So
That's the
those-
thing I hate the most.
Me
is
too.
it's
So those hard
ridiculous.
pulls, tell us how, because you're very wise about this. How does those hard pulls affect?
Y'all want to say this for the credit repair podcast?
It's
Probably
too
not
much.
now.
Okay, you're gonna
Yeah.
have to come back.
Fair.
Is that
Yeah.
okay? Do
Margarita
you mind?
Mondays.
Oh,
We've gone
Margarita!
over this.
Oh, but that mean it'd be an exclusive podcast, and only certain people that want to subscribe to
Free
exclusive
credit advice? Oh my gosh.
free credit advice. And I
Yes.
know a lot about credit too.
Yes, let's do it.
Whoop,
Let's do it.
whoop. Okay. Again, I know we keep trying to end this, but I'm having so much fun. And lending is such a great educational piece.
It is.
For everybody.
It is.
Even if you've bought 1,000 times, it's still educational. You learn something new, and I love it.
Fair.
And we are super appreciative. We've already told you we love you, Drew. We do love you. We're
Thank
so
you so much
happy
for coming.
that
Yes,
you
thank,
came.
I love
It
y'all's new
means-
office. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. We
Good
love. Again, we're in our Sulphur Springs new office. I didn't get to say that in the last podcast, and so I wanted to say we're at 410 Main Street in Sulphur Springs, Texas. I didn't say Texas in our last podcast either. Because I was rewatching, I was like, oh gosh. But we talked about Delta County. We've got all that done in the last podcast. Y'all go check out our first introduction, our first pilot podcast.
And I've redone the whole office over there too. It is beautiful.
It is gorgeous. Hers is
Took
Took the
40.
ceilings down. That old ceiling's exposed. Took the wall down where the bricks exposed. It's
You're
so
gonna,
pretty.
We'll have to go over there.
I'm not a good decorator, but the rest
It's,
of it's
it's
nice.
so industrial and just gorgeous.
It is.
But Brenda's office, again, if you didn't catch our first one, but we'd really love for you to subscribe, hit subscribe, like this video, comment. If you're listening on a podcast, subscribe to us there on as well. But Brenda's, our other top-notch office is 40 East Side Square in Cooper, because I always say it wrong, and I'm so sorry, Delta County, please forgive me. I don't mean to.
It's
I
fine.
really don't.
It's fine.
I love you so much, Delta County. Please forgive me. Have the heart and love to forgive me for, as Tanner says, Jaime, think a chicken coop. Cooper. Did I say it right?
No.
Okay.
It's all right.
Anyway, but I would love for you to come over
for
to
it.
our Sulphur Springs office. We revamped this. Like, it did not look.
It's beautiful.
Brenda, what it looked like. I walked in. I said, Brenda, I can make it cute. And she
I was
goes,
like, okay.
I think you can, James.
She did. She
She
did.
goes, I think you can, James. I said, oh, I will. I'll make it cute.
She did.
So we just recently moved to this location in July.
Yes.
So we haven't been in this location very long. And we would.
And it's so convenient to everything. We can walk
oh,
to
we can
lunch.
walk to downtown. Downtown's right there.
It's nice.
It's
Walk
so-
to the Backstreet Brewery.
Backstreet Brewery
That's
is our
where we
neighbor.
can have Margarita Monday on
Oh!
Topnotch Tuesdays.
Dr.
Let's do that.
Liddington. Yes, I'll be telling him.
We could go there
Margarita Mondays at
on
the back.
Topnotch Tuesday.
On top. Well, we're gonna do. This is a different one though. This is Margarita Mondays, Top Notch Mondays. It's gonna be a
No,
secret one.
we're doing Margarita Monday on Topnotch Tuesday.
Oh, we are. Okay.
So it's going to be one
Confused. How does
podcast.
it work?
I'm gonna reach out to Dr. Lennington about this. He will love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to pretend like
He's
it's
so
Margarita
awesome.
Monday, but we're going to do
he
it on
could-
Topnotch
He could play
Tuesday.
guitar in the middle of it.
He would.
Cool.
He's really good. He's really good on the guitar.
Okay, let's do it.
That's
Thanks, Offrey.
that in the back street. Wait, did I say that right? No, I was gonna say Backstreet
Backstreet Boys?
I want you back. No, the brewery.
Backstory.
Backstory
Yeah.
brewery.
You'll get it in a minute.
Something like that.
And the reason he named it this, I'm so sorry, Dr. Lennington, if you're watching this, but the reason he named this is he goes, everybody's got a backstory.
True.
And I love that so much. Anyways, it's right here off of Main and Magnolia. Literally, I can walk there. We
Yes.
can walk there.
Right now.
It's amazing. And he's got that place gorgeous.
It's really awesome.
Awesome.
Gorgeous. And he's got cornhole. He's got arcades in there. He's just now coming out with a steakhouse. Like it's going to be pristine steakhouse. He just told me about that. He's got stuff outside. He's got it kid friendly too if you want to bring your kids. He's got all the custom brewery beers. Anyway,
Back it up, James.
okay. I just was so excited to talk about it because the building's gorgeous. Like he put a lot of time and effort and financials into that building, and it's amazing and it's huge. And okay, I'm done.
Thank God. I'm just like,
Get
Everybody take a
breathe.
breath.
You know,
I'm so sorry that I talked about things that I love, Brenda. Okay. Anyways, we'll see you next time on
Top Notch
Tuesdays.